Sir, finance నుంచి వాటర్ పడతాయి సార్ అడుగుచ్చు. Good morning. Good morning all.
మొన్న ఏమంటే ఇలాగే ఆన్ చేసేసి సార్ ఇక్కడ పోయేటప్పటికి అక్కడ
Good morning students. Yeah, so let's start the session. So we are going to discuss a fourth module on columns and struts. Okay.
17J41A032
17J41A0
A0325
A05
Let everyone come.
25 అదే కదా పాస్వర్డ్ కూడా
అదే.
So let me share the screen. Yeah.
ఆ ఎంఓఎస్ ఇక్కడ తీసేస్తే
So yesterday we have started a new module, right? So columns and struts. So we are discussing about column, right? So as I told you, so column is a vertical member, okay? So which is subjected to compression forces, right? In the same way, the cross-section dimensions of the columns will be very large. So by that, any member, when the cross-section dimensions are very large, compared with another member, so by that we can consider that member as a column. Okay, so normally columns carries heavy compression forces, so that is the reason why. So those members are going to be used for construction of infrastructural projects like buildings, bridges, and all, even the steel structures also. Okay, so coming to strut, so strut is a structural member which is subjected to axial compression forces. One second. Okay, so which is subject to axial compression force. So that is also a compression member, but the difference between column and strut, so strut is a inclined member, or sometimes it will be a horizontal member. The same member when it is vertical in position, so that member to be considered as a column. Okay, so basically the cross-section dimensions of the struts are very small. Okay, and normally struts carry small compression forces, and basically struts are used in roof trusses and the bridge trusses. So this is what we discussed in the previous class, isn't it? Okay, and yeah, so these are the positions of the struts and the columns. So basically columns are vertical members, so columns will be classified into two categories. Will be divided in two categories. One is a short column, other one is a long column, right? Okay, and strut is an inclined member, and struts can also be available in horizontal member also. Okay, so they are available even in the horizontal members also. So the important sectional properties to decide a compression member is the radius of gyration. Okay, so let's discuss about the radius of gyration and all these now. Columns and struts. See, the important sectional properties to decide the column and strut are sectional properties. Okay, so what are the important structural properties is to be considered to decide the columns and struts are: the first one, cross sectional area. Okay, And the second one is moment of inertia. Moment of inertia. And third one is radius of gyration. Okay. And the fourth one is slenderness ratio. And the fifth one is effective length. Okay. So these are the important sectional properties to study the columns and struts more effectively. So this is cross-sectional area. So this is moment of inertia. So this is radius of gyration. It will be denoted by the symbol R, or sometimes, so it is denoted with the symbol K. Okay. Slenderness ratio lambda. Effective length L effective. Okay. So cross-sectional area is going to be calculated based on the width and depth, isn't it? So if it is a circular column, so it will be based on the diameter. Yeah. Isn't it? Okay. So moment of inertia I plus A into Y square. Radius of gyration R is equal to root of I by A. Lambda is equal to L effective by R minimum. L effective, how to calculate the L effective? L effective is going to be calculated based on the end conditions. Okay. So what are the end conditions? Everything we are going to study in the coming classes. So basically end conditions are classified into 4 categories, right? First condition is both ends are fixed. So that means, so let us take a column when the both ends are fixed like this. Okay, so this is one end condition. Understand? And the next condition is one end fixed, other end free. Okay, so this is the another end condition. So that means one end is fixed, other end is free. Okay, and the fourth condition is one end fixed, other end prop. So that means, okay, so it is like this. Okay, so this is the another end condition, and the last condition is both ends are pinned. Both ends are pinned. So that means like this. Understand? So based on these end conditions, this L effective is going to be decided. Okay. So what is that effective length? How it is going to be calculated? Everything we will discuss. Okay, later on. So let's first discuss about this radius of gyration and slenderness ratio more effectively. Okay. So how to decide that? So let's see here. Radius of gyration. So radius of gyration R is root of I by A. So that means your radius of gyration is directly proportional to moment of inertia. Okay. So when moment of inertia is more, obviously your radius of gyration also will be more. When moment of inertia is less, radius of gyration is also will be less. So radius of gyration is a sectional property of the particular member section, relates with moment of inertia and cross-sectional area. And coming to slenderness ratio, slenderness ratio lambda. What is lambda? L effective by R minimum. Why I am taking minimum? So minimum is nothing but idi. Okay, this is maximum. So when R is minimum, so your lambda R. So when R is minimum, your lambda will be maximum. Okay, isn't it? When R is maximum, okay, and your lambda is minimum. Okay, so these two are very, very, very important to decide whether the column will undergo buckling or not. Okay, so these things will decide the buckling nature of the column. Buckling nature of the column. So which column will buckle? So here when R is minimum, your lambda is maximum. So when the lambda is maximum, obviously this will tends to buckle. Tends to buckle means it will have less load carrying capacity. And that column will have less load carrying capacity. Okay. So when R is maximum, your lambda will be minimum. Okay. So when lambda is minimum, so it will never buckle. Okay. And it will have high strength. And the column will have more load carrying capacity. Understand? So this is what you have to understand carefully when we are studying about the columns. Clear? Okay, this is what about the radius of gyration and about the slenderness ratio. Okay, see how you achieve R minimum when your moment of inertia is okay minimum, right? So why? Because both are directly proportional. Okay, so when R is maximum, you can achieve the minimum. So this is not preferable. So which leads to buckle. Your R always should be maximum. When R is maximum, your moment of inertia is maximum. Okay, so with that only you can able to achieve your slenderness ratio lambda. Understand? Clear? So have you all understood about these two section properties, Amma? Guys, please respond. Have you understood about radius of gyration and slenderness ratio clearly?
Yes, sir.
Very good. Okay. Okay. So next we'll start learning about what is the long column and what is short column, how they are going to be decided. Okay. Yeah. So what is long column here? So when the column length is more as compared to its cross-sectional dimension, it is called a long column. Okay, so it is decided based on L effective by R minimum. So that is what? Slenderness ratio. So when it is greater than 50, it is called a long column. Okay, so let us take an example of mild steel. When lambda is greater than 80, it is called long column. Okay, then what is short column? When length of column is less as compared to its cross-sectional dimension, it is called short column. It is going to be decided when L effective by R minimum is less than 50. Okay, what is this? So we need to be very careful to decide whether the column is long column or short column. Okay, so let us discuss this now. Okay, more effectually. So basically, columns are classified into two categories: long column, short column. Okay, right. Long column, short column. What is long column? How to decide whether the column is long column? Here, lambda L effective by R minimum is greater than 50. Okay, short column, lambda is equal to L effective by R minimum is less than 50. So this is called short column, and this is called long column. This is how you are going to decide. How you get LFHQ based on the end conditions. Okay, LFHQ based on the end conditions. R minimum we can able to calculate with respect to I by A. How to get R minimum? By taking minimum moment of inertia with respect to the cross sectional area. Understand? So this is how we are going to calculate the to decide the long column and short column. Okay. So let us take an example very clearly. The point. Understand? Okay. Now there is another point. What they are telling long column ante enti? Length is more
Principal director में चलते हैं.
compared with 1 second. Sir.
ఇక్కడ ఏం సే ఎవరు సైన్ పెట్టారు సార్ సైన్ పెట్టారు
Autonomous, sir.
ఇది లేటెస్ట్ సార్
యాక్ట్ అవర్ టైం టేబుల్ మన రవీంద్ర సార్ పెట్టాలా
Arvind sir, sir.
అండ్ దట్ అటెండెన్స్ స్టాంప్ ఉండదు
అవసరం లేదు. No issue with the problem. MR is the type. So length is compared. So length of member is more compared with cross section dimension. Okay. So then that column is considered as a long column. What is that? So let us take one example of a column which is having a rectangular cross section. Let us take this dimension as 500 mm. This dimension as 200 mm. Okay, this is cross section, and this is the length. Okay, and the length ante enti height. Okay, in other way we call it as a height kada. So let us take height as 1000 mm. Can you tell me which dimension is more?
Length, sir.
Length is more compared with other cross section of the column, isn't it? So by that these columns are called long columns under. Okay, best example em cheptunnaru, steel rod. Okay, can you tell me how the steel rod looks like? It is a circular rod where the rod will have more in length, okay, compared with its dia.
సార్
Yeah.
ఇప్పుడు మనం బిల్డింగ్ కన్స్ట్రక్ట్ చేస్తాం కదా సార్, అక్కడ యూజ్ చేసే కాలమ్స్ అన్ని లాంగ్ కాలమ్స్ ఏనా సార్?
Anni long columns. Okay. Now I will tell you clearly what is short column. By that it will be very clear to you. All columns which are using in our constructions are all long columns. Okay. Okay. So here the steel rod, well, lambda is greater than 80. Okay. So this is also a long column, long member, long column and a long member. Okay. So what is short column? Short column ante length is less or equal. Less అని ఉండొచ్చు లేకపోతే ఈక్వల్ ఉండొచ్చు compared with cross section dimension. Okay. So for this I will tell you one example. Let us take a concrete cube. Okay. Can anyone tell me what is the size of the standard concrete cube? What is the standard size of the
150 by
concrete cube?
150 by 150
Very
by
good, very
150
good.
sir.
150 by 150 by 150. Okay. Okay. So now tell me, this is height, isn't it? Height until length అనుకోండి. Okay. So this is width and this is depth. Okay. I mean depth, width and the other dimension. Okay. So here is your length is more than the other dimension or equal?
Equal sir.
Equal. Okay. So by that your concrete cube is a
Short column.
short column. దీన్ని short column అంటారు. ఇంకొక ఎగ్జాంపుల్ చూద్దాం. Let us take a cement brick.
చేస్తుంటారా
ఓకే, సిమెంట్ బ్రిక్ యొక్క స్టాండర్డ్ సైజ్ ఏంటమ్మా, ఎవరైనా చెప్పగలరా? 20 by 10. అవునా?
Yes, sir.
So what is the height of the cement brick? Is it
10.
less than the
10, sir.
other dimension? అవునా?
Yes sir.
So by that this is also a short column, right? So this is the difference what you have to observe carefully to decide whether it is a long column or short column. So basically columns are subjected to compression. Okay. So basically columns are subjected to compression. Andike dinni compression member under. Column is a compression member which is subjected to compressive force. Okay. So this is how we are going to decide long column and short column. Okay. So now we are very clear how to differentiate the long column and short column. Long column and short columns can be differentiated in two ways. One, with respect to what? Slenderness ratio, or with respect to its height. Okay, length with the other dimension. ఇలా రెండు విధాలుగా మనం డిసైడ్ చేయొచ్చు అన్నమాట. Understand? So now let's see how long columns are going to fail and how short columns are going to fail. Okay. So after differentiating this, now we have to know how they are going to fail. Okay. Let's see that.
పర్వాలేదు మేడం,
Long column
పర్వాలేదు, ఏం కాదు, డైరెక్ట్ ఏం ప్రాబ్లం లేదు,
and next one is short column.
ఏం ప్రాబ్లం లేదు.
Short column. Okay. Yeah. So as the long columns are more in length, as long columns are more in length ఎక్కువ compared with the other dimension. Okay. Compared with other dimension, these columns will tends to buckle. Understand? Why? Because the length is more compared with the other dimension. Understand? So short column is very small compared with the other dimension. So these short columns will undergo crush. Okay. So long columns will buckle and short columns will crush. Okay. When they are subjected to compression force. Subjected to what? Subjected to compression force. Okay. So let us take, so this is how the long columns will buckle. Enduku long columns will buckle? Because the other lateral dimension, okay, this is called a longitudinal dimension. This is called a lateral dimension under. When the lateral dimension is less, those columns will undergo buckle and short columns will undergo crush and mud. So short column should have strength under crushing. And crushing ki tattukogalgali short columns. Long columns should have strength towards two parameters. Rendu vidaluga long columns tattukogalgali. Okay. Long column should be able to resist two parameters. One is axial load. Other one is buckling. Understand? Okay. As the member is long, this member should resist axial load. Axial load ni resist cheyali. Okay. At the same way, at the same way, it has to resist even the buckling load also. Okay. So what do you mean that buckling ante enti? So let us take a very one second. Madam, nenu class lo unnanu madam. Cheppandi nenu class lo unnanu. చేస్తాను మేడం, ఈ క్లాస్ అయిపోయిన వెంటనే చేస్తాను మేడం. ఓకే. Okay. So let us take a broomstick. మీ ఇంట్లో broomstick ఉంటుంది కదా, చీపురు పుల్ల తీసుకోండి. Let's try to apply compression force. What happens? That member will bend like this, isn't it? Okay. So మీరు try చేయండి. So if you take any broomstick, let's try to apply a compression force on the broomstick. As the broomsticks are very thin, so due to the compression force, due to pressing them, so that broomstick will bend like this, isn't it? Okay. So why it is bending? Because it is very thin. Okay. So that means thin members will buckle. Understand? Okay. So that is how your member should have a resistance towards buckling. Along with that, it should have a resistance towards axial load. Understand? So that is the meaning of buckling. Okay. Short columns enti directly for the axial load. If it resists, so obviously it will have a strength under crushing. Understand? So this is how we are going to differentiate long column and short column with respect to its failures. Okay. So long columns will fail under axial load. Long columns will fail under buckling. So by that, long column should have a resistance towards axial load. Long column should have a resistance towards buckling. Okay, ee rendu undali. Then only long columns will be safe. Understand? So this is what the major difference between the long column and short column. Guys, clear? Right?
Yes, sir.
Have you all understood? Okay. Right.
పంపించండి సార్.
Okay. So here you can see it clearly. Crushing load. The load at which short columns fail by crushing is called crushing load. Okay. So next one is crippling load and buckling load. Under the load at which long column starts buckling. Buckling and bending. Okay. So it is very clear. So buckling in the sense. So it is. Idena? So if the member, when it is subjected to compression, if it bends like this, so this we can call it as the bending. Then bending and go down, right? Okay. So likewise, these are short column and these are long columns. Short columns will undergo crushing, and long columns will undergo crippling load and buckling load. Okay. 5 minutes. Okay. Okay, guys, actually we are having a meeting. Okay, so we will discuss, we'll continue the lecture tomorrow. Okay, guys, so please don't mind. So definitely I'm gonna take class tomorrow. Okay, even though we are not having tomorrow. So we will continue this and we'll close it. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay, sorry. Sorry for the inconvenience. Thank you so much.
Okay, sir.
ఇక్కడ అటెస్టేషన్ ప్రిస్క్రైబ్ చేసి ఇచ్చాను. ఇక్కడ ఏమైనా ఉండనే ఉంటారా?
ఒరిజినల్
మరి ఇది ఒరిజినల్ మనం స్కాన్ చేసి